Why I think everybody should own 1,000 XRP. I am going to break it down. Give me 10 minutes and I will change your mind. I am Crypto Sensei. I have been making crypto content, especially around Ripple and XRP, for 4 years. I've done over 700 videos. I am qualified to be talking about this to you. I hope you learn a lot. Let's go through it. So going back to 2017, the United States was looking to put a task force together for instant payments, quicker payments. They did do that, and it's called the Faster Payments Task Force. If you go down and look at who was actually on the task force, you will see Ripple along with some of the biggest banks, financial institutions. You have Visa, you have Walmart, some of the biggest stores. Everybody who's anybody was invited to this task force to help secure the US's better, faster payments. And think about all the contacts that you make from all of these different people. I mean, you got Morgan Stanley here as well. Just incredible to see Ripple as one of the only crypto companies that was invited to this, right, in the US, which is a big deal. All right, now we're going to move to 2020, where Ripple was invited to the ISO body's task force to set up this new ISO 20022 messaging standard. Now, this really doesn't have anything to do with crypto, but the new messaging standard does allow crypto payments. It does have an area that you can actually put in the information for the crypto payment, and XRP and a host of other cryptocurrencies are going to be ISO compliant. So when we wake up November 2025, we'll see if banks and financial institutions really start using this new standard with crypto assets like XRP. If you take a look at the registration management group member list of the ISO body, you will see all kinds of different countries on your left here. You got Australia, Austria, Brazil, Canada, China. I mean, it's endless, guys. United States, United Kingdom, Netherlands. And then you have like MasterCard. And then, oh, look right here. You have RippleNet, right? So Ripple has always been at the table. Also, Mojaloop Foundation, right? They're using Ripple's technology. Ripple's working with 10 governments globally, CEO reveals in a rediscovered interview. So people are going back in time looking at this. Brad Garlinghouse is talking about Ripple working with governments all around the world. It's a big deal because we're going to talk about that in just a second. Also, this was like the big meeting that central bankers invited Brad Garlinghouse to. This is an older video, so if you've been around the space, you've actually seen this. And so I know I'm going to get some messages down in the comments, but this is really my opportunity to show people why I think owning 1,000 XRP could change your life down the future. Let me get through all this. So let me just play this for you. You can see who's in the room.
But now we have someone from the private sector, Brad Garlinghouse, who is the CEO of the financial technology company Ripple.
I will start off by also thanking Charles.
Really quickly, most of these people are central bankers. This lady right here, Christine Lagarde, she is the head of the European Central Bank, and she's called companies like Ripple and Circle disruptors in the industry. She knows how good the technology is, right? And so this was kind of a really interesting image that was floating around years ago that I think speaks to where Ripple's quality of technology and their class actually takes them, right, in the industry. All right, Amazon simulates tokenized seller receivables settled with stablecoins. And actually, XRP Drops did a lot of really good research here. I'm not going to get into it too much, but basically, if you take a look and you drill down, as part of the Singapore FinTech Festival, Amazon is involved in blockchain tokenization simulation in collaboration with stablecoin firm Stratus X and NT. If you actually look down here under NTT Data, you have NTT Data developed an international money transfer platform using the Ripple payment protocol, right? So now you actually have Amazon and Ripple possibly working together in the future through this technology, right? And then down here, you can see that Straits Ripple powered by Ripple. All right. When it comes to instant payment systems or payment systems globally, you have to understand that the world is changing, right? People are tired of their payments taking 3 to 5 days. They're tired of their payments being lost. 6% of international transactions actually never make it to their destination. It's a terrible system. And the governments all around the world are upgrading them. So you have one here called SEPA, Single Euro Payments Area. One leg out, OLO, is the instant payment scheme of Europe that will allow fintech companies like Ripple to facilitate instant payments in the SWIFT network. SWIFT is a conglomerate of 11,500 banks that basically have been ruling everything in the banking world for the last 50 years. Now you have, companies like Ripple coming up, and you will see XRP on SWIFT rails from bank to bank. I promise you that. I promise you that, right? And then you also have Ripple partner Finastra has payment solutions for credit unions to easily plug in and play to accept FedNow transactions. So the US has a new instant payment system. It's called FedNow. And yes, Ripple and XRP can flow across FedNow. You also have a lot of exchange information here. So crypto exchange Uphold has confirmed that FedNow, Federal Reserve Payment System, facilitates XRP transactions to select US banks. Huge, huge, huge. And just to give you an understanding of how much money that we're talking about here, I don't have all of the details here, but you can see the clearinghouse moves 2 trillion a day. I believe FedWire was between 4 and 5 trillion a day. I'd have to go ahead and double check those numbers. But as you can see, trillions of dollars leaves the US or payments are made in the US every single day. And if we had a really good American-based company like Ripple to use their technology to make the world easier. Imagine if you could be paid every single day. The reason you get paid twice a month or once a month is because payroll is expensive, right? The companies that do payroll is very costly. But if you move to blockchain, it could be pennies on the dollar. Obviously, Ripple is going to charge you to use their technology, but it's not going to be as much as that bank would. So 134 countries are working on central bank digital currency. I believe there's 160 total. Someone's going to comment down. It's like 162. My bad. You have an illustration of an MCBDC Bridge platform that relies on commodity-based SDR using blockchain to connect country CBDCs. Ripple can maintain MCBDC liquidity pools on demand liquidity with Ripple CBDC platform based on the XRP Ledger. What does this tell us? This tells us that countries, especially like China and the BRICS countries, are working on technology that involves Ripple, that Ripple can be used to provide a huge source of liquidity for the world's value to move across the world. It's pretty insane. You also have Nostro Vostro accounts, which you have $27 trillion locked up in banks all around the world. Think about what banks could do if they could take that capital back and start using that to help their customers. Man, we would be a lot further as a human race. So also Anthony Welfare from the CBDC Ripple team talks and posted this video. It's a 2-minute video. I'm going to play a little bit of it and then we're going to move on.
Through a standard API and multiple SDKs, integration into existing systems is simplified and suitable for traditional and non-traditional participants. Additionally, the central bank can issue other assets and allow participants like commercial banks to do so. The central bank can also authorize who holds the currency on the ledger, whether that's held directly by consumers or through commercial banks. Transactions typically settle in seconds compared to days, making CBDCs suitable for use cases like retail point of sale. This can open the door for real-time salary payments and collection of tax at point of sale, which gets funds to an institution or a consumer faster while eliminating debt risks. CBDC data is fully controlled and auditable by a central bank, allowing for its analysis in support of monetary policy.
Listen, I know there's a lot of FUD and misinformation about central bank digital currencies, and I know there's going to be problems that we need to have a discussion and talk about. Not here to say that CBDCs are good or bad. I'm just telling you that they are coming at an alarming pace. And you have 98% of countries working on CBDCs. You are going to start seeing them. You will first see wholesale CBDCs where central banks and banks can use that to transfer value between themselves. Then you will see a retail CBDC that you and me and businesses will use, and we will have a digital dollar, a digital pound, a digital euro. You understand kind of what is coming, right? So I do think they could figure out a way to change the monetary system, but that is another conversation in itself. Let's keep this going. Australian CBDC Pilot, digital finance innovation. You can take a look down here. You have Medico, which is a Ripple partner. You actually have Ripple there as well. Novati Group, Oracle. I mean, it all connects back to Ripple. Jupiter Research also ranked Ripple as the top CBDC technology provider among a field of 15. Okay, they are the best at what they do. That speaks extremely highly of their stature and what they're trying to accomplish. National Bank of Georgia selects Ripple as key partner for Digital Lari pilot project. They're also working in Hong Kong, Colombia, Palau, Montenegro, and Bhutan. Believe me when I tell you, some of these tests other countries are looking at this and saying, man, this is looking pretty good, right? It is working there. Can it work here? That's what countries are going to ask themselves. Also, I did say how many BRICS country is Ripple working in. As you can see, Ripple does have some connections in some of these countries, as well as Brazil here, Banco de Brazil, Itaú, Brazil Central Bank. You have SBI in India, which is a huge deal. ICI Bank. That is a tough one to say. Try to do it 5 times. HSBC, ICBC, UnionPay, MSF Africa. You can see that Ripple is in every one of these countries. Only Russia, I don't believe, has too many connections with Ripple. You also have Qatar National Bank, QNB, the UAE, Kuwait, the Saudi Arabia. BRICS are connected into Africa as well through Ripple and through XRP, right? You have all these different partners, PayPal, Zazi Transfer, PayAngel, right? All of these connections inside of those countries. Big deal. Also, India's UPI, Aadhaar to influence BIS vision over unified ledger, Internet. There is a UPI banks list of 572 banks affiliated to UPI, the top 30, which are Ripple partners. All right. Also, you have Ripple going down interconnectivity. Ripple and XLR Foundation partner to enhance XRP's ledger interoperability across blockchains. That's what I was going for. My mind went somewhere else. All right, cool. We're back. So XLR's goal here is to bring hundreds of blockchains into the fold and interconnect all of them and let value flow across. We need interoperability if we're going to have a new payment system. Right now, you have a lot of silos, and that stops the flow of value moving forward. So this is a huge deal for XRP and Ripple, and it's only going to get bigger. The CEO actually went on, he was doing some event. He said he thinks that they can have $30 to $50 trillion trading on their network over the next few years on the XRP ledger. Ripple partner ArcX adds State Street, Fidelity, International, and LGIM offerings to the XRP ledger. Of course, Hedera gets some love here too, but they are making some huge partnerships. Also, Ripple went and bought Medico for $250 million. This is actually one of the bigger purchases that happened in the crypto industry. All right, what is Medico? I'm so glad you asked. Let's break this down. Consider Medico harmonized with its bank-grade security architecture for digital asset custody, underpinned by asset-agnostic compliance frameworks. Medico harmonized removes any trade-offs and enables top-tier banks, exchanges, and financial institutions and corporations to create long-lasting competitive advantage in the new digital asset economy. Listen, your banks are going to sell you crypto. You are going to get paid. You're going to get an email saying, hey, you just got paid. You want to put 5% into XRP or Bitcoin? That's going to happen. And banks need secure infrastructure to store some of these digital assets because they might not want to do it themselves. To do that, you need a company like Medico, and they are best in class. Ripple controlled, Ripple partner, right? Ripple buys custody Medico firm for $250 million. It's going to be big, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be big. Also, Ripple adds U.S. trust charter with acquisition of Standard Custody. Today, Ripple announced it agreed to acquire Standard Custody and Trust Company, which holds a New York limited purpose trust charter. It holds one of just 9 New York licensed crypto trust charters. Other New York trusts include well-known firms such as Coinbase, Fidelity, Digital Assets, and Paxos. Ripple understands the licenses and the partnerships that they need to make everything work seamlessly in the United States. If you take a look at Standard Custody, what they actually do here is a internet institutional grade custody, escrow, and settlement platform for digital assets, right? Institutional wealth coming in. Ripple has what you need. Now, we've talked about the CBDCs. We've talked about Ripple mastering payments, CBDCs, right? We talked about tokenization. What is next here? It is stablecoins. Why? That's the natural order of things here, right? Ripple's basically gone out and developed incredible technology, best in class in all of these situations. And now you have their stablecoin, which is going to hit the stores or shelves very soon here. They're already getting this loaded up. Now, if you look at USDT Personally, I feel a little uncomfortable when my money is sitting in USDT. They've had so many years to get an audit to actually show that they have the money to back up that $125 billion. I don't trust it. I do think institutions will trust Ripple. I think you're going to see billions of dollars, if not trillions of dollars over the next few years coming into this RLUSD. I think you're going to have exchanges using RLUSD just like they use USDT and other stable coins to pair off against other cryptos coming to a theater near you. Also, I believe that Ripple, once they have this technology mastered, they're going to offer the technology to banks, financial institutions, and corporations, right? They are all going to want to create their own type of stablecoin. If the value they create, if they create a stablecoin on the XRP Ledger, on a private ledger, let's say, they could basically have their own stablecoin where money can move seamlessly from bank to bank using the Ripple stablecoin. They can use it globally too. This could be a really good use case for Ripple. And I do believe they're going to have all of these other institutions wanting to work with them, right? Also, Ripple has 31 licenses for money transfer licenses in the US, and they're expanding that every single day. Also, Ripple has so many partners, right? They are connected to billions of bank accounts globally. It just takes a push. We need mass adoption. We need regulation. But once these things are settled and in, ladies and gentlemen, where else are we going to go, right? Also, Bank of America, one of the biggest banks in the world, is ready and is a Ripple partner. It's on their website. It's on Ripple's website that Bank of America is a partner. Also, Ripple's partnered with Visa, MasterCard, American Express too. Bet you didn't know that. Partner created VTAP, Visa Tokenized Asset Platform, to help banks put fiat money on the blockchain in a safe and easy way. XRP is the backbone of that. Okay. Thunes, just one of Ripple partners, has access to 3 billion e-wallets worldwide. It doesn't get bigger than Ripple and XRP in the crypto industry. Bitcoin does have the top spot, but it doesn't have a company and a large community that's really trying to help evolve and develop other things. Yes, things are being built on Bitcoin, don't get me wrong, but I don't think financial institutions are going to use Bitcoin because I think it's too costly. You might have a different opinion, and that's okay. I'm just telling you that XRP was built as a bridge asset. It is built for all of these financial industries. And I do think banks are going to start using this technology on a massive scale. The question is when and why should you own 1,000 XRP? If there's $1.4 quadrillion in give or take in public markets around the world. There's also private dark markets, but we can't get into that. We don't know the information. Once this value starts coming onto blockchain, stocks, bonds, derivatives, equities, real estate, gold, it's all coming on to crypto ledgers, right? And if Ripple and XRP have some of the best technology in the world, I think they're going to capture some of that value. They'll never capture all of it. And if anybody tells you that, they're lying to you or they just don't understand it. You're never going to have just one winner. We're going to have multiple winners in this space. And I think owning 1,000 XRP over the next several years could turn into life-changing money. I'll see you next time. I've been Crypto Sensei. Aloha. Please like, share, subscribe. I hope this was enjoyable.